Oh, hey guys. Welcome back. I don't know what happened. I was talking and then I looked up and it said 0 KBs and it's super broke. Let me go to this stream so I can actually talk to you guys now. Hey, what's up? There you guys are. So I don't know what happened. Love that. All right, so where we left off. Here. Probably didn't get much done further than that. So we've got Fury v. Wilder. I'm gonna make this a lot bigger. Make it a lot bigger. So what did you guys? Where'd you guys get kicked off at? Because I don't know where you guys went. You guys just disappeared. So I'm assuming you saw this cool stuff. You know, we did this with the thing and the stuff. We got this going on. We're gonna tilt the text a little bit because that's what we've got going on. We got this big tilt. Fury Wilder 3. Something like this. Whoa, don't like that. There we go. Put Fury and Wilder in the same spot. We're gonna put verses here like that. For this text, we're gonna group together and we're gonna give it a texture. So let's find a texture. What kind of texture do we want? I know what I want. I think the internet just went out or something. I was trying to show you guys something too. Just keep cycling through random boxes of stuff. Back, more backer. Whatever. We're gonna displace this text is what we're gonna do. The question is, how do I want to displace it? I think what I really want to do is just do something like this. We give it a nice black background. We group these together, convert them to a smart object. Pop open that smart object. And then we'll do our old threshold. Man. Brain farts for days today. So what we can do is we can go to my stock images that I have, which we have here. Let me just make sure this doesn't break. We're still alive. 4-minute stream. We're doing good. That's a shame. All right, let's find a glitch. Sort of a glitchy sort of thing. Let's toss this on here. What does this look like when I put it underneath the threshold? If I invert it and then set it to multiply. Yeah, let's do that. See, that looks kind of cool. I can duplicate it. I can undo the invert and set it to screen. Mask it and then mask it back in. Hey, see, look. It just took you not listening to me jabber and jabber to figure out what you want to do. Come on. There we go. Let's do like 50%. Come on. Oh, that's the issue. It's the opposite of that. So actually, let me put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Is your from beyond yet? That's better. Sort of like that, and we can mask that out. All right, we're gonna mask that back in with a soft brush. Should allow for some sort of a dynamic sort of font. We're gonna convert this to a shape so we can blur it. Oh, see, I gotta put them together, which is what I wanted it to do in the first place. See what happens when you blur something underneath a threshold. You can get it to look really cool. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do 10. We're gonna blur the crap out of this. Put this here. I'm gonna put this, drag this back up like that. Maybe drag it down a bit. Well, let me blur. Can I blur this too? What happens if I blur that? Cool stuff happens. That's what happens when you blur stuff. Cool things. Yeah, maybe that's a little too much. Blur it like 2. Cool. Look at that. That looks awesome. Let's find some more grungy stuff. Where are we at? Are we in my Finder? I know I've got some other glitchy things in here that might look cool. Yeah, let's add some VHS static to it. See, this is just experimenting. This is super fun. Let's go like this. That's what these are for. That's what these tests are for. A Grinch. He asked my wife. He said, hello, what is Bradley Jack Designs? That's what she calls me, Bradley Jack Design. What is Bradley Jack Design's favorite movie of all time? She would say, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And I would say, do not lie to these people. And then she would say, what do you quote more than any movie ever? And I would say, probably How the Grinch Stole Christmas. The correct answer, I would always say it was Fight Club, but I watched the movie Snatch way more than I watched the movie Fight Club. So as my identical twin would be in here and say, he is correct. Alex, did you just hop on here? You missed super fun story time. Oh, we're doing this. So we got Vegas in the background, so it's trying to find Las Vegas photos. So then I said, here, look at our trip in Las Vegas from 11 years ago. And then I explained the story of how you won a bunch of money very, very fast. And I said, he tells the story much better than I do, but it is a wonderful story. I gotta rotate this around. Oh, I didn't say any of that. Yeah, this is why he tells the story better. There were these girls at one table, and they called him Ohio. And they were like, oh my god, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened ever in the history of worlds. We do a double threshold. I think that's not going to do anything. Okay, bye. Bye, Jack. Go to bed. See, I like doing grunge text like this. It just looks cool. Like, I don't know if it's going to fit in here. But it looks awesome. See, the issue with this, so I've got this text and I like that, but I do want it to have a bit more of an actual texture to it. So we're going to have to tweak it so it actually has some sort of a texture to it. And I'm actually going to take this versus. I'm going to paste it in here. We're going to add that. We're just going to make it a little bit bigger so you can kind of see it. It's not that important, but we can throw it in this and have the Oh, I can, sorry. Let's convert this to a smart object. We can add a Gaussian blur to this. So now it's blurred and all weird and messed up. And then versus should just pop up right here. So we got this, we got that, we got this going on. We got this 3 to the side that's kind of nice. We don't have a lot of time, but we're gonna make this look cool. One sec. All right. Okay, so we got Fury Wilder. I'm gonna take this here and per usual, going to go to pixelate, crystallize. We're gonna crystallize at 3. It's just gonna make it a little bit more jagged. Okay, so now let's add a bunch of stuff to make this pop a little bit better. And I don't know if we're gonna be able to go over the lighting effects, but considering the stream already broke and the rewatchability looks terrible. I'm looking over there for. I'm gonna look at you guys. All right, so on a lens dirt. I can't see my lens dirts because I don't have bridge open. I like using bridge. So we're gonna reopen up bridge, which is opening now. We hit that button. We hit this button. Let's pull that back up. Hey, look, Alex, here's the photos we were just talking about. Remember that? Oh, super cool. Great. Oh, let's drag this over here. Let's drag that back over here. Click this button. Lens dirt down here. Bridge. Boom. Totally gonna break something. It's either gonna break something or it's gonna be super awesome. Ready, set, click the button. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so back to this. Lens dirt. So what I'm doing now is I'm adding a little bit of... I want some depth in between the numbers. I want the background, words, foreground. So in order to do that, I want to add a little bit of stuff behind it. And I might even, you know, I've got this exposure on this to underexpose the background. I might bump that up a little bit. Just so you can like kind of tell that Vegas is in the background, but it's like not a big deal. Set that to multiply, set this to screen a little bit lighter. Save that there. Like that's better. So like making it so it looks like there's something behind it is what I want. Okay, cool. So now that we have this going on, we've got the stream is theoretically working. Hopefully. Excellent connection. Man, it's so weird. So bizarre. Alright, so we've got this. This is going on good. So in the front, we're probably going to want something cool. I'm going to keep going there. I want to go to bridge so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So stock images. I want some dust. Grain and dust. Because we want this to have a cool vibe. So I like using this specific dust I have. Dust number 4. Put it in the front like this. Screen it over. We got some dust in the front now. Use this dust scratch too. Make it a little bit bigger. And maybe we'll actually put this in front of the background. Looks like they're kind of sitting on it, but we'll do a little bit of a levels layer. Tweak it. Go like that a little bit. Then on top of this, so I wanted to have all those like cool lights and stuff, but there aren't really any cool lights or stuff in the background. So instead, we'll use some trusty go-tos. from the Ethan J Design Mega Bundle Pack. So we'll go to the light effects. We'll go to the light leaks. Then we just gotta figure out which one we want to use. I don't think I've used this one before. Let's use this one. Yeah, radial blur zoom. We'll do that at the end. That'll be probably one of the final things we do. Just drag this down. Let's barely have light coming up from the bottom, like that. Yeah, the Ethan J special. Yeah, I tried to figure out how he did that for a while. And then just recently was like, oh wait, maybe I should do this and this and this. And it was like, oh, imagine that. I gotta get him on here. Gotta get him on the pod, as people who podcasts call it. Let's add a gradient map. We want to add our good friend. Oh, I want to change this color to be just red. Just plain old red. We're going to apply it to that. That's too much, but it does look kind of cool. Okay, what if I set this to color? Hue, color, hue, color, hue, color, color. That's the thing with hue and colors. I never know which one to actually use. Just bump this up a little bit. I don't really like the gradient map on that. Let's do that. I chatted with Ethan a while ago about doing a collab, but we never communicated enough to get something figured out. We were going to do a, I think it was when James Harden went to the Rockets. It was a while ago. Oh, remember these? Remember this guy? Yeah. See, remember this guy in the front? Let's set this to 10 pixels. Yeah, I wanted Ethan to come on to... He said he was down to do like a designer duel who's a what's it. He's just super busy. Yeah, Garrett Bradley Jack and the Kermit the Frog collaboration. I don't know what he's talking about. Everybody boo this man. Boo. Oh wait, I have a boo. What am I doing? I can do this. All right, so I want this adjustment. I want to boost the curves on this here, but I only want it to affect the lighter areas. I do indeed sit on a throne of lies. These are the facts of this situation. Red. Boost the reds more. Okay, so we'll invert this. We'll just paint this back. Pretty much just there. And we'll go like this, we'll go like this. We'll grab a nice red color. We'll paint it like that. Ugh, I don't want a screen. I'm gonna set it to overlay. Yeah, let's set it to overlay. We'll boost it here. We'll do sort of the same thing, just to give it a bit of an effect on that. I'll just boost it down here. We don't need it across the whole thing, but I do think it needs to be blurred a little bit more. Maybe like that. Okay. To quickly finish up. There's more I want to do to this, which I might. Yeah. Ropes would make more sense. What I wanted was, I wanted sort of the effect that you're looking through barbed, or not looking through barbed wire, you're looking through chain link. And I probably just broke this file, so thank you for watching. This is going to crash. Theoretically. See what happens. We'll see if 3000% is actually a lot, or if it's not that much. But it's transforming the placed objects. And transform. That's what a transformer sounds like. I'm just gonna sit here and watch this. I'm just waiting for my computer to just do that. I haven't hit that button in a while. It's a fun button to hit. I can see what it's going to do down here. It's going to be very tiny. Probably shouldn't have hit that. It's thinking though. It's chugging along. Hey, while we're here, you guys want to drop suggestions on who you want to see do a designer duel? Since I said I would tell you on this stream, I can tell you that now. So Danny boy, Design with Dan, said Sharpie, he's in for next week. So just got to figure out what concept we're gonna do, but I'm gonna show him how to use Photoshop in 90 minutes. He's gonna do some learning. He's actually learning how to use Cinema 4D and Octane, so he'll probably like make some random assets to use with that. Tony would be good. This looks kind of cool in the back. Okay, so it's there. Can I drag it now? Yes I can. Okay, I think it's too big now. Gaussian blur, 50. I just like having a budget depth. And this way, maybe we can do it. Oh, what's up, Kevo? Yeah, you know how to do 3D. Leb Tyson is way too busy to do a collaboration. He's got cards he's dropping. You know, he's got his Topps cards. He's got his cards. He's probably got just work he's doing. I don't want to get Jimmy on the pod. Jimmy would just completely school me. It wouldn't even be funny. But we can just talk about Chicago sports the whole time, so it's not a bad idea. Oh, it's your guy, Jimmy. Sorry, we'll get Garrett's guy, Jimmy, on the pod. Yeah, it's just Gaussian blurring. Can I see how big? Nope, I can't. I'm surprised, one, this isn't breaking the stream. Because this should break the stream. If anything. I don't know what happened before. But it's working, so that's all that really matters. Blur this. That's the issue, though, with this being so big. It's like, oh, if I wanted to do anything else, it's... Yeah, okay. I don't hate that. But I don't love it. Here's the thing, since this is so large.
That's what she said.
I can go in here and I can purposefully hit spots now with this to sell it a lot easier because I can be less specific with it. Now let's just make this like 50%. It's there. We know it's there. Oh, and now the file is, of course, a PSP file. Okay, I need to do some lighting on this, but first we're going to make it pop. So let's use some of Ethan's Make It Pops. Yeah, I like that one. You guys like that one? Good, because we're using that one. Alright, let's do some lighting on this. Do I have a lens dirt in the front? No. Why? Why don't I have a lens dirt in the front? That is blasphemous. I don't really need a lens dirt when you have a big giant blurred netting that can be used. Okay, let's add a little bit of a light effect, which I have in my stock images. What is photo day? What is this? What is that? It's like I should know what these are. Okay, lens overlay. Let's use this guy. Set that bad boy to screen. Go like this. Except we're gonna kill the saturation on it. What happens if I toss that gradient map on this? That could look worse. It's all about it could look worse. That's what we're all about here. On the Bradley Jack Design stream. Thank you again for being here, guys. Especially since this stream broke. It can get very frustrating. So let's do some lighting now. Alright, so we want to do an adjustment. I want to grab this guy. We're going to do a curves layer. We're going to boost that up a lot. We're going to boost the reds a ton. Kind of like that. We're going to attach it to this. We're actually going to highlight that, select, modify, contract 2 pixels. We're going to delete this layer mask actually and then reapply it with that. And then we're going to invert it so it's giving us a nice little glow around the edge. We'll set that to be about 4.5 pixels. We'll click on that, boost the underlying layer over to like 70. We'll go down here and we'll just erase it from the bottom of the area. So we don't want so the shoes we don't want. We want it like that. So then let's go and we'll do adjustments. Curves again. We're gonna boost it a bit. We're gonna go to red. We're gonna boost that again like this. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna change these. Actually, I want to do the exposure's fine. Let's go a little bit more. Negative 1.25, and then let's do color balance because Garrett led us on to the color balance, which is nice. We just change the midtones and the shadows to be a little bit more. Oh god, don't want to do that. Oh, don't want to touch the shadows. Make them a little bit colder maybe. Highlights. Okay, we'll just do that. Okay, so we want the curves to only affect the light areas. So we'll move this over like that. Get this out of it. So we're gonna act like this neon light is something. We're gonna toss that on it like this. Lighten up the back. Lighten up down here, lighten up the ref's leg. We don't want it on his face at all, that's bad. We want to lighten up this part of the ref as well. He's standing very close to the light. Then on Fury here, I'm using 50% opacity. This is way too hard of a brush, but it's getting the job done. I'm going to light up this, get some on his shoes. I'm going to light this here. Now, one thing it's not doing is it's not it's not coloring this very well. So I'm just going to add a new layer set to color. Okay, I need to have this selected, select to color. Go back to that, do that, do that. Okay. So this is set to color now. So now if I attach, if I go like this, it'll actually change the color of what I'm hitting instead of it'll change the color of what I'm hitting instead of just the light. So this is just gonna make the effect a little bit more noticeable. But when you change layers randomly and paint too much on it, it looks like trash. And again, we would want to spend way more time than I'm spending doing this. That's what the pros do. But we want to hit this, you know, with a little bit of the red, hit this with a little bit of the red. Save, go like this. Okay, let's add one more adjustment layer. Curves. We need the shadows. We can boost up a little bit of the red, but not too much. We want the shadows to not affect the top end. The top end. The OB top end. There we go. We'll invert that. We can go in and we can paint some shadows. And I like to be a little bit more liberal with the shadows, because I know what I want to be dark. So we're going to darken up below him. Like this.
That's what she said.
Crushing it completely with the jokes today. So we're going to darken the back of his leg. We're going to darken up this area here. We're going to darken up back here. Darken up the left side of this. And what I probably could have done, which I didn't do, is I could have made this a lighting source, which we didn't really do. And we're just going to draw a little bit on the ump here. Ump, ref. Fixed paid guy. And then do one of these. So there. Real basic lighting. Real furious basic lighting. Let's add just a LUT of 2395 set to 50%. We'll throw it underneath that. Save. For fun, and just because, let's throw a paper texture on top of this and then call it a day. I'm not going to throw a paper texture on top of this. We're going to make a new layer. We're going to combine everything together. I think Char might have messaged me asking if he wanted to collaborate, actually. I'll have to look into that. So we're just going to do some final tweaks in camera raw and call it a day. Maybe put that blur on it. Hey Jordan, yeah, make sure you watch the first video that randomly cut off somewhere that I don't know about. So watch that first, and then hop in and watch the rest of this. Am I just saving the file? What is happening? The computer is so mad right now. Oh, I'm saving. See, the issue is I save, but then I try and hit all these hotkeys and they get super mad. Also, these Skittle gummies are delicious. If you find them, get them. I got them at Walmart. I don't care about saving. I care more about turning this into a smart object and going into... Oh, come on. They're Skittle gummies. They're gummies made by Skittles. They look like this. They're gummies. This is coming from the guy who needs these. He's never had jalapeno cheddar crunchy Cheetos, and he's never had a Dunkaroo in his life. Jeez, I don't want it to save a document. All right, camera raw filter. All right, let's boost the contrast a little bit. Let's drop down the shadows. Let's add a bit of texture and a bit of clarity. Saturation's fine. Let's go to color grading. Let's fuck around with stuff in here. Yeah, let's make it super red. So I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make the shadows a little bit red. And then the highlights and midtones a little bit green. And those are going to act like opposites. Maybe I'll do a little bit of cyan instead. Shadows, highlights. It's going to add a cool little effect with the coloring. I'll turn blending to that because who cares? It's whatever. It looks a little bit more realistic now. But it looks silly, so let's boost up some of these colors again. Now I'm just messing around with stuff. Okay, let's do the camera filter on that. Duplicate that, filter, blur gallery, radial blur, set to 3 at best quality zoom, okay. Then we click with a nice soft, a happy soft little brush. And we just paint out a little bit of the inside so you can see it. And boom. Done. Call it a day. Do we still have that other one up? No. Okay, let's file, open recent T-Rex. Just want to see if my logo's on here. Logo. Paste. This is my fancy 3D logo that only looks good in black. I'll toss that and put it on there later. Alright, there we go. Theory v Wilder 3, just a fun little composition. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for sticking through the stream breaking. I appreciate you guys to actually hopping back on. Shows a lot from you guys that you guys want to stick around and watch this, so that's nice. And thank you again for being quick to select to spend your time with me. I will see you guys next week. To watch me and Dan Beltran, Design with Dan, do a duel. So that'll be super cool. We don't know what we're doing yet, but we're gonna let you guys know. But make sure to like and subscribe if you guys have not. Thank you for joining me tonight, and you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. So until next time, insert tagline